Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do another no cook meal video. Anyway, so I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Jimmy John's is one. There may be others. Okay. There may be other restaurants that do it as well, but this is called sub in a bowl. Alright, so basically what it is everything that you would put on a sub sandwich, but instead you're going to make a salad out of it and it will not be on any bread. It is really good to have during the summer. I make many of these during the week. This one is basically for my lunch. You don't have to do that. You can make it like a side salad kind of situation. So it's kind of big enough to be a lunch for one person or a side salad for two, but you could make it even bigger just depending on, you know, how many people you're serving, whatever. So I decided I was going to show you this because this is a really good, I mean, it's very filling, surprisingly. So what we're going to do first is I put turkey meat in mine instead of ham. And the reason why is because it's like the ham is a little bit too rich. If that makes sense. Let me make sure y'all can see. Okay. So I'm going to take some of this leftover turkey. And we're going to open up another pack. And we're going to cut this up. And we're going to put that in our salad as well. But you could put a combination of different lunch meat in here. But turkey is my go-to. It gives it a little bit of flavor. Tons of protein. But it's not overwhelming like ham would be. And so I'm going to put a few more pieces in. The best lunch meat, in my opinion, to use would be some that's like this. Not really the shape, but like the thickness. You could use the real thin meats, but it's not the same, in my opinion. So all I'm doing, I usually don't do more than 3 or 4 little slices. If I'm just doing a big salad for my lunch. So that's what I'm doing here. So I had some of that wafer thin meat I was trying to get rid of. And then I've got, make sure y'all can see, some of the other that I'm adding to it. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Just chop it up a little bit, throw it in there. And you could do it according to what you like. So you're going to take some romaine lettuce is what I use, but you could do iceberg. Actually, iceberg is better for this, in my opinion. The only thing is the dressing that we're going to add to it is going to kind of pose a problem for the iceberg because the iceberg is more apt to get soggy faster than it would be the romaine. Ideal would be just straight up romaine or a mixture of the both. Okay, so in mine I put chopped tomato and I try to chop it kind of small. Chopped yellow peppers. And I try to get the hot ones. And then I put in some red or purple onion. So I do all that. And I also put in some bacon bits. A couple of tablespoons worth if it's just a big lunch salad. And then I usually use pepper jack cheese, but I don't have any today. All I have is Monterey Jack. So I'll add that. Not much, just a small little amount. 1/4 cup or so. For a lunch salad, as I call them. And that's basically the gist of the salad. See, it's really colorful. But you just be surprised how filling it is. Very good. Okay, so then I'm going to take my bowl that I have my vegetables in. Make sure you can see. And my spoon that I just stirred the salad with. Let me get that off there. Okay. And you can put ranch dressing on this or any dressing you wanted, and I did that. I used to do that in the beginning. But then I started putting this dressing on that I put in another dish that I make, another sandwich dish I make. Let me get the rest of it. Hold on just 1 second. So I'm going to take a little bit of mayonnaise, usually about, let's say, 1/3 of a cup, and a couple tablespoons of zesty Italian dressing, salad dressing, and then a little bit of this. This stuff's so good. And put some salad supreme in it. Just a little bit. A couple teaspoons. Not too much. And just stir this together. And it makes the perfect dressing. It's like not too much and not too little, and it's on every piece of the salad without being too overwhelming. And it seasons it. It's like the best. I just love it. Love it, love it. I'm gonna get my whisk real quick. And try to make sure that this is whisked together good. Alright. And then I'm gonna pour it in. It is the perfect dressing. So it coats everything. I don't like my salad swimming in dressing, but I do want it to touch every piece, if that makes sense. So, and this is just perfect. Sub in a tub, or sub in a bowl, is what it's called. I'm not really going to put a link down below because everybody's different. But basically, whatever you'd put on a sub sandwich would go in this. And you could literally add other things like black olives, jalapeno peppers, you know, other stuff. But that's the one that I do most of the time. And it's the perfect meal. Sometimes I'll eat that and not eat anything else. But also, you could also have it as a side salad and serve it next to some other thing that would be like sandwiches or anything. It's just great. It's just a great salad. It's a great mixture of flavors. It's really good if you use the yellow peppers, the little bit of vinegar that's in there with that, plus the salad supreme, which is this. Something about it going together is just phenomenal. All right, let's make our next recipe. All right, y'all. So on to the next recipe for a no-cook meal, whether it's lunch or dinner. This is going to be my, I call it tuna fish, not tuna salad recipe. So I take 2 large cans. I'm trying to see the size. Okay. 2 12-ounce cans of tuna. And then 2 boiled eggs. So I did cook the eggs. Now, you can do a little bit more eggs if you're using the bigger can of tuna fish. I'm sorry, y'all. If I sound funny, it's because I'm sick and I'm trying not to cough. Alright, so 2 eggs. 2 boiled eggs, 2 large cans of tuna fish, but you can also just use the 2 smaller cans. It's just not enough. So if I had to use smaller cans, I would do 3. I don't want tuna fish in my mayonnaise, so I have to get that off there. Okay. And I do about 4 heaping tablespoons of mayo. You can use the salad dressing type mayonnaise or the Miracle Whip type. And then just depending on how this soaks everything up is going to depend on how much more mayonnaise I put in. But it's usually just 4 tablespoons or so. It usually does it. But like I said, it's not level tablespoons, it's heaping tablespoons. Yeah, I think that's going to be enough. Alright, so I used to put lemon pepper seasoning in my tuna fish years ago, but I quit doing that. I don't really know why I quit. To me, this tastes better. So I add a little bit of lemon juice. Well, that's not going on really well. So I keep lemon juice on hand. This is one of the reasons why, but I use a lot of recipes. So I would say a tablespoon and a half, maybe. If you're using this big can of tuna, maybe 1.5 teaspoons. I don't know if I said tablespoons or teaspoons, but just not that much. It's just enough to have a little bit of a wang to it. Let me get another spoon. Let's see. That's good enough. Just a little bit more. So about 2 teaspoons will do it. Now it's still a little bit, it's got that tang to it like I like, but it's still a little bit bland. So all I do is add some salt, generously, and generous amount of pepper. Now, normally the boys eat these on sandwiches, but today I'm gonna do a wrap for y'all. And just serve it with some chips. All right, let me go get those real quick and I'll do that. Okay, y'all, so soft taco size tortilla or larger, and I just roll it up in there. My little tuna fish. May add just a teeny bit extra. Yeah. There we go. And serve it with some tortilla chips. And that'll be a lunch. It's very good, filling. The only thing that I had to cook was the egg. Okay, we got one more recipe left. Okay, y'all, so the next little thing that we're going to work on, you're going to think that it's very similar to the last thing I showed you. And it kind of is, but I found and made those 2 recipes at different times. Like completely different times, like probably a year apart. So they are kind of similar. And I did get the idea for the dressing on one salad from this recipe. But it's that good, so that's what, you know, I was just like, I really liked it, and so I used it again. So this is called an Italian sub chop sandwich. You know, if you're trying not to cook, sorry for the loud noise, and in the summer it's so hot, you fill your body with things that are cool. So that's what cools you off. So this sandwich is perfect for that, and it's loaded with lots of, about a pound of lunch meat and a pound of cheese, and then it's got all these vegetables added to it as well. You're supposed to use about 2 cups worth of lettuce, and I usually double that. I don't really double everything else. I just do it, you know, as it states or very close to. So, get my bowl here where y'all can see. So, it's really easy. 2 cups of lettuce, which I probably have about 4, maybe more. And then you need to add all your vegetables together. So, tomato, yellow peppers, the banana peppers, and a little bit of a red onion or purple onion, however you say it. And then you're going to go ahead and add your meat. Move these over. Your meat, which is a 1/2 pound of ham and a 1/2 pound of salami. So you're going to add those. And you're going to need a 1/2 pound of mozzarella and a 1/2 pound of Munster cheese. And I just got these little packs of cheese from Aldi. It's 8 ounces and they're sliced already, so I just take those and chop those up and put them in here. Okay, so I take this and I toss it. And you can use, you know, whatever. Hands are clean, so I'm just going to use that. Okay, now. Okay, so I may have to do a little bit extra on the dressing, but I think the last time I just made it like normal. Can you see? Okay. All right. So it's going to be just like before, only this time we're going to do a cup of mayo. I'm just going to keep doing it until and that's about a cup. Let me get my zesty Italian dressing. And I just get the generic and just use that. That'll also help you get rid of any Italian dressing that you have in your fridge that you're, you know, can't use up. I mean, all of us has got that random thing of dressing in there, right? And then about a tablespoon of the salad supreme. Okay. And we're just going to put that in the salad when it gets close to serving time. So I'm going to hold off. I'm going to stick all this in the fridge. You can make this ahead of time and add all your vegetables together just like I did here. Just don't put your dressing on until time to serve. And we've got to get our hoagies ready. Now I'm going to toast ours because that's what my family prefers. But I myself do not like that. So I'll put mine on just regular bread. And then that goes along with our no-cook meal. Okay? So I'm going to stick this in the fridge for now. And I'll come back to you when I'm ready to assemble everything. Okay? I'll see you back here in a few. Okay, y'all. So this is the lettuce. Sorry. This is the sandwich mixture, salad mixture out of the fridge. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the dressing, which is also out of the fridge. I set it in there for an hour or two. Okay. And then now I'm just going to stir it and combine everything. And then if I feel like it's not enough or that it just kind of soaked it all up, I'll add more, but I usually don't. And then there's like liquid that kind of comes off all the vegetables and everything, and it kind of just, I don't know, it kind of helps thin out the dressing just a little bit. It just does perfect. See, it just perfectly goes. It's just the perfect little dressing. see. See, that's it. All mixed together. So now I'm going to get a plate. And get my French bread that I cut from a 70-cent loaf. 70 cents loaf. That's how much it costs. 70 cents. And now you can scoop out some of the bread, but my boys don't like that. They want to keep all of it in there. They want all the extra bread. And yes, I know this is all gonna once you close it. But let me take just a tad off. It's a little bit too much. Okay, and then we take this and we stick it on there. But yeah, if you kind of scoop out some of the bread, that helps hold everything in. So I'm gonna hold it over this, kind of squeeze it all out. There we go. Hopefully it'll stay. And then I'm gonna wipe this plate off just a little bit. I'm hoping it'll kind of stay to the side, but it's kind of wobbly. And we got some chips. That's it. Perfect summer meal. No cooking required. Maybe I can lift this and it not fall. Perfect meal. Okay. So as you can see, there's just a lot of stuff that if you just kind of put your mind to it, that you could come up with different ideas for a no-cook meal, or try to just make it as least no-cook as possible. You might use a crock pot or air fryer or something like that so you don't heat up your kitchen. Okay, make sure you like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.